problem, by the way, to express me the definition by using your own words. يعني there is no need to memorize it. You can express it using your own words, but you must include the key words in your definition. Okay, so the economics is mainly trusted with goods and services, how they are produced, distributed, and consumed. Anthropology is the most similar social science to sociology. So anthropology is a comparative study of past and present cultures, and it's similar to sociology in its subject matter. Political science is the examination of the principles, organization, and operation of the government. Psychology, and here I mean, and I guess I have already told you that there is a difference between the normal psychology and the social psychology. Of course, the normal psychology, يعني مثلا you must be graduated from the Faculty of Medicine in order to be specialized in psychology, while social psychology is something else. It's the study of behavior and mental health. While history, of course, and it's common sense, it's the study of the people and the events of the past. Okay. يا أولاد يا أولاد. Sleepy, do not let me talk to myself.
Hearing you, Mr.
Hearing. We are just listeners today.
No,
ماشي.
Mr. We are with you.
طيب. Again, sociology, the most important definition in our lesson, studies the human society and social behavior through the social interaction and social phenomena. These are the two main techniques used by sociologists in order to examine or to evaluate any society. ماشي؟ طيب. Who can help me here? Social interaction. What do I mean by social interaction? Simply to walk in the street to say good morning to every single human being. You gonna see?
The communication between people.
Communication between people. طيب. From a sociological perspective or from a sociological point of view, يا أولاد, sociology will be interested with the individual's interaction or with the group's interaction.
Groups.
Groups, of course. Groups, not individuals. طيب. Social phenomena. What do I mean by a phenomena?
A lot of people or most of the people doing it.
Most of the people are doing it. So, in order to be specific, who's gonna help me here? Social phenomena,
Mr.
يا أولاد. Yes.
It's like an external currency within a society, like to influence one behavior like that.
Okay, Mustafa, what do you think phenomena can be? Social phenomena. Mustafa Muhammad Kamal. Mustafa.
It's like a trend, but it takes a lot of time. It's practiced for like 10, 15, or 20 years. Not like a trend which is practiced for only a few months.
طب sorry, can you repeat it, يا Mustafa?
It's like a trend which takes a long time.
It's a trend that takes a long time. طيب. Yes.
It's like a person influencing another person over time. So they all look like doing the same behavior.
Doing the same behavior. طيب. بص يا أولاد, for the social phenomena, يعني مثلا, for example, do you remember that we had already talked about tattoos at the very beginning of this lesson?
Yes, yes.
طيب, okay. Why do you think we talked about tattoos over there in the American society? Because simply tattoos are, yes, a social phenomena over there in the American society. And here we have a lot of examples regarding our Saudi one. And we had already said that drifting is a social phenomena here. Okay? طيب. يبقى we can say that social phenomena, we can simply say observable facts of any society. Every single human being living in this society can simply see this phenomena. there is someone is waiting. Said, okay. So sociology will examine any society through the social interaction and the social phenomena. Anthropology, the most similar social science to sociology, أولاد. And this is a typical question you're gonna see, inshallah, a lot in sociology. What is similar to sociology in its subject matter? Of course, the answer is anthropology, because both of them are interested with studying society. Even though anthropology simply will make some kind of a comparison between past and present cultures. Psychology, and of course, our interest here, our major, social psychology, not the normal one. So psychology, generally talking, studies the behavior and the mental processes, while the social one studies how the social environment affect an individual's behavior and personality. The economics, you must use the two keywords, okay? The economics study,
Good and services.
exactly.
Miss, I have a question, please.
In case you know, yes, اتفضل.
معلش عن مقاطعة.
اتفضل, no problem.
Thank you. The psychology, you mean like a group of people affecting one person or one individual?
لا. Social environment. What do I mean by the social environment? Social environment simply the out, يعني everybody else, regardless of yourself. Can be an institution, can be a person, can be a group of people. ماشي? Any factor that will affect your behavior. يعني مثلا, for example, let me give you an example here. Regarding Switzerland, my favorite country, for example, if the country passed a specific laws, try to apply some kind of taxes to the people. طيب. So logically talking, when the people know the fact that they need to pay a certain amount of money to the government on annual basis. So, of course, you must limit your expenses a little bit in order to save you some money, so you can simply pay it to the government. So this is a social behavior. All of, please guys, if you are not using your mic, try to mute it. ماشي? Because of the surrounding noise. So we are talking here about groups of people, not about single individuals. ماشي? But maybe a single individual who have the authority and he has the power to affect the others, yes, is the main factor. Got the idea?
Yes, yes, yes.
In case you notice, يا أولاد, here you're gonna see different terms for the definition. I have no problem. يعني مثلا here for economics, goods and services produced, distributed and consumed. Here you're gonna see the choices people make to satisfy their needs and wants. I have no problem, يا أولاد, but simply express it using your own words. يعني do not tell me regarding economics, the social behavior, for example. It's gonna mean only one thing that you have no idea, okay? The political science, يا أولاد. The political science studies the principles, organization, and operation of the government. But the key word here will be, who's gonna help me here? What's the key word for the political science, يا أولاد? Government, exactly. History. The key word here will be
Events.
Past.
past. Okay, because simply events, we can say that anthropology, of course, is interested with events. But for anthropology, comparative study of past and present, while history, its main interest simply the past. طيب. Here's the definition by your book. ماشي? By your book, the definition of sociology will be the study of the human social behavior from a group perspective. يعني I'm talking to grown-ups here. يعني مثلا we used to give you a single definition for every item, right? And the students used to memorize it. Now I need you to widen your thoughts a little bit. Use your own words. Just tell me that you had already got it in your mind. Anthropology is a comparative study of past and present cultures. ماشي? In terms of subject matter, here is the most important one to me. In terms of subject matter, anthropology is the social science most similar to sociology. For psychology, economics, political science, and history, all of them are the same. By the way, you have the presentation. If you have a problem with your Classera account regarding the issues that the teachers uploaded to you, please let me know. Okay? And I think all of you have access to this presentation. Tell me that you saw it.
Yeah, I saw it.
Because
Yes,
I hear this problem a lot, because some students cannot access the materials uploaded by the teachers. And maybe there are some teachers who can see who saw this presentation, who downloaded and who not. And there was a problem with this issue too. And hopefully it's not here in sociology. طيب. This is a normal question. You're gonna see it a lot, يا أولاد. The main social sciences, of course, sociology, anthropology, psychology, economics, political science, and history. Are there any more social sciences? Can you think of one?
Criminology.
Criminology, thank you very much. That's it. Linguistics, translation. Remember this slide, يا أولاد. This slide, the umbrella one. ماشي? Criminology, law, thank you. Development studies, culture studies, communication, translation studies, linguistics, and geography. All of these are social sciences. The social interaction, and I think one of you had already answered this question. Sociology, يا أولاد, is more interested with the group's perspective, not from an individual's perspective. How people relate to one another and influence each other's behavior. I'm not talking about individuals here, يا أولاد. I'm talking from a group perspective. Okay? يعني it's not related to any personal experience. Simply, sociology will have a look at the society from a group's perspective, not from one individual's experience, because simply all the individuals are not the same. You will not get the correct result out of this study. So sociology's main interest is simply groups, not individuals. Okay, keep it in your mind, يا أولاد. This is an important issue. يعني مثلا maybe while talking about the drifting here in the Saudi society, maybe some one of you will tell me I do not get this experience. I didn't see a single drifting car. ماشي? But we are talking from a group's perspective. And perspective, by the way, is a point of view. The social phenomena. Here is the definition of a social phenomena. Observable facts or events that involve the human society. So the key word here will be, what do you think? Guys, wake up.
Facts, semester.
Observable
Human.
facts.
Human.
Oh, human. Of course, we are talking about humans, not animals. But the key word here, يا أولاد, will be observable. Observable. Thank you very much. Every single human being living in this society must see or have this experience with the phenomena. طيب. For example, here is an issue. يعني مثلا Nokia, there was a problem with this company once they were at the top of the world, creating or in the industry of the smartphones. But something happened with their management, and they started to kick the people out of their company. طيب, from a sociological perspective, ماشي, if I'm gonna have a look here to this problem as a whole, what's the main problem here? Kicking the people out of their jobs to simply fire them. What's the main problem here?
They won't have jobs. They won't have money to pay.
The public problem, or the problem here
Public.
will be simply unemployment. ماشي? Here is a problem to the society, unemployment. Okay? But if I'm gonna dig deeper here in the problem, I can simply see that every single one here in this issue had a certain problem. Of course, he need to support his family, for example. ماشي? He's gonna face some kind of poverty if he do not have any savings, and so on. But my interest as a sociologist, for example, will be the unemployment to the society as a whole. I'm not gonna look to the individuals. طيب. In case you forget, sociology will simply use two methods or two techniques يا أولاد to study and to examine any society: the perspective and the imagination. The perspective is simply, perspective is something like a point of view. يبقى from a sociological perspective, looking at social life in a scientific, systematic way. يعني مثلا, here is a problem in the society, unemployment. طيب, if I want to analyze it, what are the factors that enforce the Nokia company, for example, to fire people? ماشي? Maybe there was an internal problem with the company, and talking about the managerial positions, because simply they misused their resources. Maybe
Is that-
corruption. Yes.
Can I say from maybe I don't know if it's a correct perspective or not. Can I say the speed like تطور التكنولوجيا of the phones and mobiles went to Nokia to employ employment.
But Nokia عامر had that chance. يعني Nokia was taking the lead. ماشي خلاص يا عامر, mute your mic. Nokia يا أولاد once, يعني let's go back in time, I think for 20 years ago, Nokia were at the top of the world in this industry. ماشي? يعني we used to find, for every single month, we used to find 4 or 5 new models for smartphones. ماشي? طيب. There was an invention at that time in China regarding the touch screens. But Nokia said no, we will not use this direction. We will not go this way. We will still use our own devices, our own technology. They didn't go along with the new inventions over there in the other part of the world. طيب, what was the result? That all of the people went to the new technology, touch screens, and they simply left Nokia. This was their problem. Even from a sociological perspective, looking at the social life in a scientific and systematic way. ماشي? And they will simply look beyond the commonly held beliefs. They will go deeper to see the main causes of this problem. In order to find patterns, you will see the same situations. يعني مثلا for Microsoft, if Microsoft gonna face the same problem, for example, what's the result? طيب, let me tell you something. If مثلا let's say, let me give you a closer example. If مثلا the Ministry of Education says here in Saudi Arabia, no education this year. This year is off. مثلا يعني, if they have the authority to do so, Or maybe it's gonna be a worldwide issue. If the whole world says that this year, because of the pandemic, there is no education, it's off. Do you think that the owners of private schools, for example, will pay the teachers some money? They will still pay them salaries?
No.
No.
Of course not, because simply there is no income, there is no fees collected from the students, because simply there are no students. Okay, so it's the same issue. Unemployment is simply the result of economic conditions. The sociological imagination. ماشي? Try to widen your thoughts. Is how to see the connection between the larger world and your personal life. And I used to tell my students, if you have a certain situation, maybe you have a private issue with one of your friends, ماشي? Try to take a pause, try to stop the conflict, and simply try to have a wider look and get yourself out of your shoes. Try to look at this situation from a third party's point of view. Got the idea? Got what I'm talking about here? يعني مثلا you and your friend Amir and Mustafa, for example. We have a personal issue. طيب. Now I need Mustafa, for example, to leave his place and go to have an outsider look, to look at himself and to look at Amir's situation and try to evaluate the situation regardless of his emotional condition, in order to have a correct judgment upon this situation. This is called the imagination, the sociological imagination. Seeing the relations between the impersonal and the intimate features of human life. And by the way, يعني every single situation يا أولاد you're gonna face during your life, try to have a pause. Do not take any their decisions while you are in a bad emotional condition. Try to have a pause, a stop, get yourself a sociological imagination review. I hope that I have cleared some items to you today, Aulad. I know it's a lot, but Alhamdulillah, it's at the beginning of the day, while your minds are still fresh. I hope so, but I think you are sleepy. You need a chemistry session or something like that in order to be focused a little bit.
الحمد لله آخر session chemistry.
The last one. How would that? How are you gonna pay the teacher some attention today? The last session is chemistry. طيب يا أولاد إن
ربنا
شاء
يعيننا
الله.
بقى.
The
إن
problem
شاء
that the
الله.
teacher make us pay attention. Force us.
والله he had to يعني مثلا يعني